The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the hosts are for entertainment purposes only and do not necessarily reflect those of RJV Media Lab, Inc., its affiliates, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Them boys, they cutting up. Are you not entertained? Let me put you up on game. Cutting up with the gang. Cutting up, can't restrain. Are you not entertained? Let me put you up on game. Cutting up with the gang. Cutting up, can't restrain. Cutting up. Them boys, they cutting up.
I say, ladies and gentlemen, how you do?
I might have to auto-tune that shit. That's crazy.
How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We here. We back. It's us. Elroy to my left. C-Murda.
What's happening?
To my right. And you know it's me, your boy D. Baby. Fellas.
What's up?
Salutations and salutations and complications and ragatations. How y'all doing, man? I'm doing pretty well.
Up in here.
Man, we up in here. How y'all doing, man?
Trying to get myself right.
But we back with y'all for another latest and greatest episode of this Kuttin Up thing, what we do.
Yeah, man. Let's get into it.
So let's get right on into it, man. What you got for me, big
Hold on.
dog?
So, last episode we went in on Jay-Z's. There's been some new developments.
Yeah, did you see that?
There's been some new developments
Did you see
as
that?
of lately.
You heard the new song?
Heard the new song. Who new song?
You ain't heard the new song by Jigga?
He ain't put out no song. That's AI, man.
Okay. It might be
He ain't getting in the booth right now.
Jigga done put out a dish.
Two. Nah, bro. Nah. They
Yes,
tricking
it
y'all. They out here tricking y'all, man.
All right, man.
He ain't getting in no booth right now. He ain't, nah.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, like I'm saying,
I saw it on.
I saw it, and I didn't listen to it,
I listened.
but it exists.
Yeah. Yeah. And
When
it's a
this
lot of
happen?
This was
controversy
about
about it.
what about a couple days ago? I want to say about 2 or 3.
Yesterday,
I want to say I saw it about 2 or 3 days.
But either way it go,
You know, after the allegations of supposedly that it was something about the lawyer. You know what I mean? Like he has passed, things about,
yeah, he talking about the
overlords
lawyer
and
and
things like
the
Well, apparently the girl.
the girl.
She stated.
recanting.
Yeah, she recanted some of her
allegedly.
statements. And her dad has came out the woodwork saying he don't recall that ever happening.
Like it don't exist at all. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's completely fabricated.
Now it's a lot of like, was it 2000? Was it 2003? Type of shit.
Yeah, so now they don't know. There's so many details now. It's kind of being blurred. Lines are kind of looking
I
kind of
have
stale
a question
right now.
though.
Do you think it was set up though? Because at the end of the day, it's like he took a shot out at Diddy too now
Now,
in the song.
would he set him on his own self up?
He said, "My name is Sean Carter, not Sean
I
Combs."
wouldn't say I think he would set himself up, but would he
what
allow himself to be set up?
what
though?
I mean by that is the allegations
We know what they are.
the company you keep. Now you started to look a little deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
You was around R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
That's the both worlds. We sweep that under the rug.
I'm talking about whole thing now.
We sweep a lot of that under the rug. But that was a whole thing.
Hold on, what did they say? CD was best of both worlds. Like they say, bro, they will put it in front of you because you won't pay it attention.
Right.
Because you're just like, oh.
But since you said that about putting stuff in front of you, to try to fool you, I guess you could say, putting it in. They say
Just
the
like
best
they
way to
allow-
hide something is in plain sight.
Right, just
You know
like
what
how
I'm
they
saying?
hide it in plain sight with the Orlando Brown because of the source. You know what I'm saying? Because like if I came and told you something, it'll have more valor than somebody just kind of anybody tell you something. So if you get it from somebody like Orlando Brown, you're gonna be like, oh man, this boy crazy, he doped up or whatever. He spin you the straight up gizmo no. But you ain't gonna never believe it. But they put it in your face, let them tell you. But you
Well, I
wouldn't believe
mean, the press is kind of like put a they've
it's a cloak.
yeah they've made him quote unquote crazy. Like
Been around with it.
I didn't think he was crazy.
Been
I
around
never
with it.
really thought he was crazy
That's
from
an act,
the
man.
beginning. He's
It's a pure
trolling.
act, man. It's a
You know
pure
what
act,
I'm
man.
saying?
That ain't
That's
no
what
different
they
than what they
call-
call
yeah.
Charleston White character.
And he's not the only person in Hollywood that does it.
Yeah.
Britney Spears.
Nah, she might be.
I don't think so.
You don't think she a little off?
No, I don't. I really think that, you know what I'm saying, she's just one of those people that just get high.
I mean, she also,
Saying-
yeah, she definitely looked like she
Yeah.
has indulged
Yeah.
in some
Who the-
substances. Britney Spears.
I don't
Oh,
think she's
man.
crazy. I just think she
Shit, man.
get-
Oh, yeah.
But I also think she got a lot of like issues from like the conservatorship.
Yeah, she probably
Being
does. Yeah.
locked up.
Yeah.
Being locked
Yeah, but then you got
know.
all of them got something, bro. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
All stars is something that you don't know. It's a
I think
vice
they
or
actually
something.
driven
Yeah.
that way.
You know
You understand what I'm saying?
Because of
Like
how
the
you had to
industry
get in it.
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you had to deal with that shit in however way you deal with it. You know what I mean? Whether if you gotta have an outlet. So I think some of them got a piece somewhere. That's why they all click together. And that's why they kind of all keep each other's secrets, because I'm pretty sure they all have some
That
type
goes
of-
back to my question of would Jay-Z kind of set himself up? And what I mean by that is let's put these allegations out here. Let's
Get it
make
out
it
the
some
way.
bullshit.
And then
to
make me feel credible now. So if we coming back out for real, now I'm gonna feel you gonna have
I've been vindicated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now,
That's
it
a
can
thought.
be.
That's a
That
thought.
is an
That's a
angle,
thought.
though. That is an
Because
angle, it's gonna come out.
Rock Nation is known to play a lot of different
Devil's
games
advocate.
and tactics
Devil's
and stuff.
advocate.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was, a situation.
And it was kind of smart because he hasn't made anything in a while. So it's like you come out with this route, you know what I'm saying, towards the young lady and the lawyer. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta hear this.
And
man.
you take a shot out and make it be known that, hey, my name is Sean Carter,
Yeah.
not, you know what I'm saying, Sean Combs. So, I mean, you definitely
I
got
don't
to
know,
check
man.
it out. You know what I mean?
He was
I
around.
want-
He was around him too.
Bro, he
I
was
wanna
around. Bro,
he was
you gotta think
around
about
him
it.
too.
At one
He-
point, Jay-Z
I
was
wouldn't be
like,
surprised if an album is in the making.
with who?
Jigga.
For what?
To be relevant again, man.
When would he not be relevant?
You feel me? Like, but this
But
is the
does he
thing.
have to?
That's what I'm saying. At this point, right now, with Jay-Z being 60 damn years old, damn near, what does it matter if he's
He
relevant?
kind of went out. And
Don't nobody even
with
want-
grace.
Right.
With the last
With that
album.
4440, you
Yeah,
know?
444.
Think about it, bro.
You
Only
ain't like
body-
that.
I like that.
I
album.
like that
I
album,
like that
too.
album a
You gotta
lot.
think about it, bro. Ain't nobody want to hear it unless they 35 and up.
Yeah.
He ain't
That's gonna
spitting
be-
that down.
I
you know what
I
I mean?
listen
I'll
to
listen
it, but
The Kendrick Lamar
I'm
crowd
not
will
really
listen to it,
looking
you know what
for. I'm not
saying?
really looking
Cole.
for a Jay-Z
Right,
album.
J.
I mean,
Cole
but
crowd, you know what
I
I'm saying?
don't
They
know
really
though.
don't.
I think the whole
Cause he ain't trapping
Northeast.
it out. He ain't got no switch.
I think the whole Northeast listen. But
Me and
okay,
West will
let's,
listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
You know what I'm saying? He just ain't got no switch in. You know what I'm saying? He ain't selling no Kikos.
let's move on though, because
Mhm.
this is something I want to get into before we jump into the sports.
Yeah,
we
what-
talked about it a little bit before we started the session. But
I got something for that.
I want to, you know what I'm saying, get, your opinions, both of you, on this. They don't call them UFOs anymore. They call them UAPs.
Yeah.
So, like, for years, going back to what we just said, they hide stuff in your face, plain sight, and it's up to you to believe it. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
got Area 51. We have documents that they have made on Netflix talking about UFO sightings and how it started way back in the day.
Declassified.
Yeah, black and white, before TV, you know what I'm saying? But now you have so much technology when it comes to phones,
Yeah.
being able to capture it instead of it just being my word. being
If
put
you-
out there. You know what I'm saying?
If we
Like,
think the
I saw something in the sky, blah 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 blah.
the
but
phone
you
is the
actually,
phenomenon.
Think about this, bro, and I think I think all of us can kind of agree with this. Don't we always say that we ain't gonna never know what the left hand know what the right hand doing, more or less? You know what I'm saying? And if they know, we only gonna really give you 10% of the whole situation. Think about what we know that they can do. Robots, self-manned, all
All right,
this shit.
let's just say it's government.
Come
It's
on.
the government.
You know what I'm saying?
These are government objects that have been whatever they've reverse engineered some of the things that they found, and now they're trying to play mind tricks with us.
Bro, no, listen to me, God. This is my theory from my and
C-Murda.
now you tapping into my area with this one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
I believe like they talking about the Antarctica part, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's go into let's just bring into it. Let's go into the pyramid situation. That's where it all gonna start at, and it was gonna end at from there all the way back to Antarctica. First of all, you got to realize, that's the biggest thing we're about to figure out is how did you build it. Right now, you can't even get that many people in one place to lift that up to get it to there because it's gonna be too many people. You ain't got a machine that can lift it up because it's gonna break. Then, so if you do it doing that, then that means it was way more that you can do then too. So if they've been found that's why you can't never go to certain parts of the earth. Is it believing shit out there? Yeah, because that's what's in the movies. We think movies are just movies, man. That's real shit. But it's just put it in front of you to believe, so you can believe it's fucking fantasy. No, this is that they actually doing somewhere, testing this shit out. We just want to let y'all see what the fuck it look like when this shit happen. Like if you go back to the Transformers movie, they had a gun on there called a rail gun, right? When the dude called and said, with the crazy motherfucker, he said, man, call, let me hit the rail gun. And it was on a boat. And that shit exists for real. It is a real weapon.
Okay, so who?
It's armor shit.
So government?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's pure
Yeah,
government
that's
shit.
what
So
I'm
I'm agreeing
saying.
with what I'm saying. But, bro, this shit is,
What's
it
your
exists,
thoughts?
bro. It exists. I'm agreeing with you.
I think some of it.
Some of it. Yeah, for sure.
I think some of it is government to try to play off
What's coming?
what it really is going on. Like, I think that it really is some stuff flying around, like, you know what I'm saying, that can't be explained.
For sure.
And I don't believe that all of it is government. I think that some of it is, some of them are drones that are man-made or government-made to try to play off to keep hysteria.
They know
to a minimum.
they know what's coming. So
Yes.
in a way, they trying to.
I think they should better prepare us instead of cloaking it and making it seem like it's nothing. Like when you have people on the news saying, like, "Hey man, y'all need to like explain what's going on." You know what I'm saying? Like
Who's saying?
Well,
that on
I
the
just saw it
news?
on. It was a news station in New Jersey when they saw what
So
they
the
saw.
newscaster is saying,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was on CNN News. Like, I saw it on our CNN News. They talking about UAP sightings all over the world, not
Yeah,
just in the United
but
States.
it's kind of interesting now that they've had the hearing a few weeks ago that now all of these sightings are happening.
I understand what you're saying about that. Yeah,
simultaneously.
and you had the lady saying in Congress that, you know, whatever they know needs to be. But I don't think that we actually are prepared for this. But at the same time, we do still need to know what our advantages and disadvantages may possibly be.
You
You
they
feel
showed
me?
it to
Because
you. They showed
y'all
it to
have
you.
a lot of technology ducked off somewhere
They
you've been
showed it to
playing
you.
with. That's how you're able to come up with a lot of the technology we have now. You
Well,
feel me?
You remember that
So-
movie, what it was? Day After Tomorrow. I can't remember. I get these two movies mixed up. Day After Tomorrow or 2021, which I can't remember what it was. When they showed it to where they had all the billionaires and the big players, when the lights was basically finna get cut off, all of them had golden tickets where they had paid like $1 billion per person and their family or whatever to get on these magical, basically super arcs that would get you through the flood to make you over. And if you go back and look at that movie, bro, the only people that knew about what was gonna happen was the people who knew about what was going to actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? They wasn't going to tell you shit. Why? Because they can't help you. It's nothing they can do. There's no space for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like they say in war, it's going to always be what? Casualties of war. And the masses a lot of time will be the casualty because we can't afford to know what's happening.
Well, you know, at the end of the day.
And if we knew, I'm going to just say this and I'm going to let you start. And if we knew, what would we do?
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think that somebody has actually been to the moon?
No.
I don't either. And now that I see like all the
That's your
things
diversions
that actually are going on now, I wouldn't doubt it that in the 80s when the actual space shuttle went up and I was able to see it because it was like one of those things where it was like historical because we had the black teacher on there, you know what I'm saying, going to space for the first time. And that thing blew up before it even got to the outer edge.
Right.
Do you think it was blown up? Because technically it's supposed to detach when it gets so far.
They
you know
are
what I'm saying?
they are saying that some of those people still exist.
Bro, they
Just under different identities.
Bro, they're saying that when the people never got on the plane, bro, they knew that plane was going to blow up when they sent it up there. It was sent to blow up. It was never meant to go up there, bro. And
This is a conversation that we have in the shop all the time.
And
like,
this
we
is
don't
what the
believe
conspiracy
Neil
theories
Armstrong.
is.
We think that was something that was filmed.
That's your
Cause
dome.
like,
Yeah.
Because if he,
That's your dome theory too now, because you know people got you in the
Well,
dome.
Elon keeps
what I mean?
trying to shoot rockets up there and
Yeah.
keeps failing.
Yeah, that's why they saying
keeps-
it's a dome
he keeps
situation.
failing. He's trying to
Yeah.
penetrate.
No,
He's trying to penetrate the firmament.
Okay, you know, like they say, you go back and look what that
well,
movie
there have
was.
been
the
sightings.
King Kong movie when they like
When he threw that,
and kind of hit the thing at the top of the
It was
projector.
a-
Same thing.
It
like
was a
that.
sighting in Ohio. You could probably Google it and it'll come up or look on YouTube. But it was a sighting in Ohio where it was fire in the sky.
yeah, I think I seen that.
You saw that
Yeah.
where it was one of those UAPs hovering around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then the next thing you know, it was a bunch of swirling clouds. It went up, and when it went up, fire came down, and it came all the way down like to the ground in this country area in Ohio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like the ozone. We might not have the technology to be able to actually break it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But it's a lot of things that are very, very unexplainable. That are
Okay,
going
so
on.
like
I'm going to always believe that anything you have, you know what can kill it. So if you maintaining something,
I want to hope that that's true.
You know its weaknesses.
I want to hope that that's true, but that's my whole
That's
point.
why you make it strong.
my question is, okay, if there is a firmament, well, we
Allegedly.
allegedly that to be inexistent, right? We've always talked about space being upward, but there is tons of ocean that we haven't explored.
Because we don't have the technology to be able to go that deep.
They are also saying that UAPs are coming up from the ocean.
Well, I think I sent it to y'all where they were
Yeah.
fishermen out in the ocean somewhere.
Mhm.
And next thing you know, it was 3 of those UAPs that went in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you know, it was like helicopters. I don't know if it was actually Coast Guard or military,
Yeah.
but they flew over the boat and they were hovering over the water.
Yeah, I remember that you sent me that.
Yeah, they were hovering over the water for a long period of time, trying to see when they would come up. And the fishermen were tripping out, like, what's going on?
But
like,
see, what happens sometimes, they saying that, it's places that are secret places that we don't know about. And if you ever get close to them, that's when a lot of times you will see them come out and they'll come and check you and kind of see what you got going on. And if you don't go over toward the place, they'll kind of let you go on and go. Because, a lot of these places are places that you kind of go to. You don't know it's there. It'll be like a branch or some click, then something to move and open up and they'll go in.
do you think that all this has something to do with the global warming and all that's going on. Like, they try to feed us that gibberish about it being too many people on this planet.
What's that shit that happened in Dubai? What they call it? Cloud something? Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Cloud seeding?
Yeah. So that's what the deal is, bro. That's where you hear all this shit. Because you saw what happened over in Dubai, right? Okay, there had been a drought over there. I know you saw there like I think it's either early this year. I think it was
in the desert.
No, motherfucker. Shit. You better go back and pull this story up. Man, they had like 25 years worth of rain in 2 weeks. Man, it was probably about 6 foot of water in Dubai for a minute. Go and pull it up. Where they wanted to trying to seed up some water and overseeded the plant. And that motherfucker was underwater. You ain't been seeing like all these other places like that. Okay, I'm gonna give you another instance, allegedly. Okay. Y'all remember that big storm, that big hurricane or something that just hit Tennessee and
yeah.
So, all right.
Where it flooded.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, you know that was a big place that supposedly, allegedly, that the government had been trying to get those people to move out because it was one of them old Mayberry type of towns. You know what I'm saying? That's why they were so crazy about it and had so much big uproar because it had so much historical.
I think that was in the Carolinas.
Carolinas and parts of Tennessee.
Okay.
Now, these two places are enriched in two minerals that's really high for making, I think, car batteries. Electric batteries or something like that. And they cell phones. One was the car batteries and one was cell phone batteries or some kind of component in cell phones.
Yeah, something
in that nature. Yeah. And now, and kind of use this to kind of, kind of wipe out now you don't have to ask you to move. We moved you for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So kind of, sort of, without having to actually move, because then they're not even paying. To go back and look, bro, they ain't giving them folks, some of them like $1,000, $2,000 to like FEMA's not giving them any money to build back in. So they have to move out.
They also
rebuild.
They're also saying that like California won't exist.
Period.
Soon, and part of the UAPs flying around is like it's doing something into the
fault.
Yeah, it's doing something underground to where it's gonna
make it shift.
Well,
they said there's a theory that was put out called a blue light or something.
But I just had it in my head.
Yeah, because I just saw something about it, but it was something about a guy that predicted all this was gonna happen and wrote a book on it and has a theory on
blue beam.
Blue beam theory or something
some along that line.
I was gonna look it up and see more in depth on it, but he predicted everything that's going on with all the UAP sightings all over the world.
But they showing it to you like with over in China where you see like the light shows in the skies with the drones and shit like
bro,
that.
Y'all seen how advanced they like whole government and they whole system is over there compared to ours, like in life. Like over there, they have something called a social score. So like,
I don't think we want that, bro.
Bro, you don't want this shit here? You don't want this shit.
You don't want that. You ever seen Black Mirror?
Oh, it's worse than that. It's that.
Bro. Imagine
Listen,
that.
So check it out. All right, you got a social score. So your social score affects everything you do. So like, if your social score is so low, you can't even like get a library card or do nothing like can go places and shit like that. So let's say if you jaywalk, right? You jaywalk, they have a new monitoring system, how they track people. Usually if it's facial recognition, they can track you by how you walk.
Oh yeah, it's like the little camera sensor things.
They don't have to see your face. You can be fully covered.
It's moving a little bit further to where they can have your social, they have all your information.
They got that. This what it is.
Yeah. They put that in some type of technology that consumers can get now.
So this is what it is. So like I was saying,
they got where you can put all that on a chip and they inject it in you. So they were even saying when you go to the airport, you just hold your hand
and you just walk through like that.
And they got all your information. You just going on.
Yeah, that's the mark
of
the beast.
So say if you walking through Japan, China, wherever it's at, and you jaywalk, you get a ticket, right? Soon as you get the ticket, debit it out your debit card right
they start doing it to dogs
or at least
first.
Right then. And if you don't have that amount in your
tagging them.
And if your bank account don't have that amount of money on it to cover the ticket, drops your social score.
Yeah.
Instantaneous.
I ain't gonna lie, we kind of getting close to that.
Ooh, I'm talking about, bro. They got some shit.
We kind of getting close because we
none of that.
What's it? The real ID. I think they kind of disguising some of that under the real ID and what cryptocurrency could potentially be.
Man, that's gonna change the world.
Yeah, not for good.
You got any hitters for us before we move on?
Yeah. On sports. Dang. I had it, but come back to me.
All right. Well, since you said sports, we're gonna move on into it anyway. You know, we're gonna go on into this NFL because it ain't that much to really talk about.
In college, you know, we just getting close.
Got more to talk about.
You
really
know,
in college.
we got bowl games. I think we got had our first bowl game the other night.
Yeah, night for last.
Only thing I know I'll say about college.
Got one going on right now.
Right now, and you know that Army and Marshall had to cancel their game because you know the whole entire Marshall football team went into the transfer portal. So yeah, no shit.
The entire team?
Oh, y'all didn't know that? Oh yeah. Big story. Okay, what happened? Let me give you a quick one on that.
Whole thing.
Let me give you a quick one on it. You know, no lie. Okay, coach of the Marshall.
The whole roster.
The whole
100-man roster.
The whole motherfucking team. Let me give you a little story quick behind it. All right. Head coach of Marshall, because let's say Marshall's Bama of this conference, per se. And he leaves there to go to bottom team Southern Miss. So when he left, I guess the whole team basically was like, I'm either trying to go with them or they're leaving. So Marshall's entire roster entered the portal behind the coach leaving.
They finna leave and go with the coach.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. Same thing kind of they did over there from
they went
wherever
for
the guy came from Indiana, who else he's balling. That's how you got all those players from the portal. From where the hell was he at? New Hampshire or some crazy shit? I came some little school, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a powerhouse the way he was. So yeah, the whole team went into the portal. And that actually got them to where they had to back out, and that canceled the bowl game. Well, they might end up trying to reschedule it with another team, maybe. You know what I'm saying? You might hear something come up, but as of now, that game, and I can't even remember. I don't have my notes with me to remember what actual bowl game it was.
Is that respectable? Is that entire move respectable?
With the kids?
Yeah, to the sport, to the league.
Honestly, bro, to be straight up, it's not.
And yes.
But I'm saying the same thing, but it is. Because
they came to Marshall, not for Marshall.
But for the coach. You know what I'm saying?
The coach leave.
You know, you might have certain players that been diehard fans, like
the whole roster.
The whole roster, bro. The whole roster. Entire roster.
Bro, this is a different time, man.
The entire roster.
This is a different time in football.
Man, it's getting wild.
The entire roster, bro.
Because it's more or less like I'm going to the highest bidder.
So is it now like the coach is a superstar?
Hell no.
The coach just has to have
influence. The booster folk is the star.
You just gotta have influence.
Whoever got the money, they got the power.
Well, how they getting Mike Vick?
Because Mike Vick.
It's a small school.
It's a small school, and you gotta think about it. Mike Vick he gonna always have that stigma.
But see, he gonna get him jumping though because that's his hometown.
Right.
Okay.
So once he gets it going though, and then he's going to kind of HBCU.
I think it is a
Norfolk State.
Yeah, Norfolk
State.
Okay.
So
and he's from Virginia.
You know what I'm saying?
They kind of want to come and play for him. It's gonna be more or less like Deion.
Might get some Deion thing going. He might not
Jackson.
get as much traction and as fast to move, kind of like how Deion moved to. You gotta think about it, he went from being okay, then they took over the SWAC, being okay in Colorado, taking them to a bowl game from literally sugar, from shit to sugar quick, and took a number one player that they said could only play in the HBCU. What you gonna do? And sweep the boys' night. You know what I mean? In a unapologetically black way, and I loved every damn second. You know. Also, did y'all see that Conor McGregor say he's gonna fight with
Man, I don't want to see another Jake Paul fight. I look.
Wait, no. This was Logan. They said Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan Paul.
So which one fight? Both of them fight.
Both of them fight. The other one started fighting.
Jake fought
Hold
Mike,
on.
though.
Yeah.
Both of them fight.
I know that.
But one of them is wrestling. One of them is with the WWE.
I think that might be Logan.
Yeah,
that's the
Logan.
smaller one.
But he did do the fight
Logan,
like he did do it
Logan,
first.
yeah.
He did box it.
Yeah, he
started
But
box
Jake
first.
took
But
over that.
Jake is the man
Jake
now.
the man now.
Logan is just surely
Prime and all the
Prime and wrestling.
Right.
That's why WWE is a
he the one that
spokesman
got
for
it.
Prime.
He
Yeah, that's
the one
Prime.
that got Prime.
Yeah, that's Prime.
Yeah.
That's Logan. That's Logan boy.
Yeah,
Looking
so
up all
Prime
them little
shit.
kids.
Mm-hmm.
They love it too.
Man, who?
Fucking them up.
But
We need to come up with. You know what, bub? You know what? We need to come up with something. We need to come up with a drink.
Just make sure you got less caffeine.
Yeah, I ain't go. You know what I want to come up with? I want to come up with some shit, some hair, some fucking hair.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. Motherfucking women change more hairstyles than niggas drink drinks. She might see a motherfucker with 2 hairstyles in a day.
he came up with some C-Murda.
Yeah.
Nah, shit.
Nah.
All right, but you know,
you know what I'm
let's
saying?
move on to these grown folk, man. Let's talk a little in NFL.
Well, yeah.
Cause we got a lot of stuff going on that's that really is going to change some things, and by it changing things in the way that it is, you know what I'm saying, is gonna change the actual positions of teams in the NFL, because you got a lot of injuries. You know what I'm saying? Like Detroit
just lost a running back, Montgomery.
and they lost 2 corner and another player in the
They
secondary.
had been losing.
No. This guy here, these 2 guys, it was 3 guys that got hurt.
Dude.
Yes,
Yeah.
and a corner. And then you had the running back Montgomery. But
Yeah,
they got
decimated.
18 players out.
Yeah,
So
they got a whole team too.
Right. And I don't see them. Well, their defense was subpar anyway, even when they had all their players, in my
I
opinion.
don't give a damn. You still take them to Detroit. You got a problem. You're going to have to play them.
I don't think they're going to make it, though. I think they're going to lose one more game.
They ain't remember that's a AFC loss. That's not an NFC loss.
I understand, but that still hurt them. If they lose one more game, they lose home field, brother.
Dude. So you talking about in with the NFC?
Yeah.
You can't lose it with AFC losses.
Yes, you can, brother.
In what way? They don't affect the AFC.
The only reason why they're number 1 is because they have a better record in conference than us.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the tiebreaker goes to them. But if they lose one more game, we number 1, brother. I'm telling you.
Oh no,
Just like Kansas City. Now that Patrick Mahomes is out, if he has to sit out 2 games, 1 game, it's gonna hurt them, brother.
I still
Because
think
now
Patrick
Buffalo
Mahomes
might
will win.
end up getting the home field.
I think Patrick Mahomes. I think they compete. I think that Patrick Mahomes can win with 1 league. Here. Look who they playing. Look who they playing.
Okay.
That's just me.
Like they said now, if you actually pay attention to Kansas City now, the 2 of the 3 teams they're gonna play got really good defensive line. And that's the problem with the Chiefs. They have no offensive line.
But you got to think about it. The Chiefs have already clinched home field. It's done. It's over.
No, they have clinched the playoff berth. They haven't clinched.
They have clinched.
They haven't clinched it all the way through the home field advantage, bro.
They clinched
That's why I'm telling you, if they lose 1 more game or 2, they already said that Buffalo gonna get home field, and it's gonna be kind of hard to beat them the way Josh Allen playing in Buffalo.
They still got
That's
some
all.
games,
That's all
too.
they've been talking. That's what I'm telling you.
Now I ain't gonna lie. Now I believe they can beat the lowly Texans because they hurt as well.
Yeah.
Now
Who you talking about?
this Kansas
Kansas
City.
City.
It's their last
Yeah,
schedule.
yeah.
Kansas, they got the Texans.
Yeah.
Then you got Pittsburgh, which I believe they can beat them too. I'm sorry if they ain't got George Pickens, they not winning shit. Sorry. All right. And the Broncos. Bo Nix, please. Bro Nix, you fucked up my prize picks, you motherfucker.
Man, look here. They can lose.
Bro Nix didn't even throw for 100, bro. No.
Look,
They're
at the
not-
end of the day, the Broncos
Bro,
is
listen
one of
to
the
me.
hottest teams in the AFC.
Okay, well, listen to me. And I want you to say this.
That's the last game of the season.
Yes. So I'm going to listen.
Patrick Mahomes might not even play that game.
They gonna listen to what you're saying. If depending on the outcome of those, he might have to.
Well, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But he's not going to play this week for sure with that ankle. They say he got a high ankle sprain. He can barely walk.
Bro, listen, okay. This the same light-skinned, curly-haired motherfucker I've seen them pick him off the ground.
Yeah.
2 men take him off the field like he could not walk. That was this year.
No, it wasn't.
It was this year.
This is the first time he got hurt like that this year.
Bro, go back and watch this game, bro. This was no bullshit. Go back and look. I can't remember which game it was. He was walking out the field. One dude under this they was taking him out the field, bro. They literally had two men walk this man across the field. They went in. Kansas City was finna punt the ball because he had got sacked. They blocked the punt as he get into the tent. The punt get blocked cause why the fuck this man come out the motherfucking tent when the punt got blocked with a helmet and got right back in the game? Fuck him in that damn ankle, man. You said that motherfucking ankle was working when he ran that 17 yards to win the Super Bowl. Man, if that motherfucker leg ain't broken, they say he ain't out here 100%. That's basketball. I ain't taking no chance. You better hit that motherfucker. Right or wrong now?
They ain't winning no Super Bowl this year. You can do all that all you want. Even when he was healthy, they were playing like straight up trash.
But they have not been healthy.
They been going to church because that one thing about it.
They ain't got no receivers.
Look at him. The good Lord helped them out in about 3 games. They blocked the field goal.
Field goal,
all that.
In.
Yeah, all that
Jesus
stuff.
Been walking with him,
but
he have. Yeah. But what I'm gonna say is this though, and can you agree upon this to say this? Do you feel like they playing the same way if he's wide receiver core is healthy?
I can't answer that. I doubt it.
That's the only thing I'm saying.
I doubt it, but I can't see too much of it. I can't see too much of a difference because just like everybody been saying on ESPN, it's been a fall off with Kelsey at tight end. He ain't been getting open like he has been.
Right, because
of the offensive line being
terrible.
Trash.
No, it ain't
they can't
trash.
run the ball like that. You got Pacheco.
They hurt. That's what I'm saying.
They said both their tackles is trash.
Both their tackles are out.
Okay, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Go. That's what I'm saying. Go put it up. If you go and look up right now, both of their tackles are out. Then you got to look at it like this, bro. Kelsey's not going to be open if there's nobody else to take the coverage away from him. There's no Rice. There's no Tyreek. There's no other threat to say, okay, let's look at him. Now it's like, okay, let's take him away, and who else can beat us? That's how you beat them now because they don't have anything else out there. They just kind of manufacturing wins. But that's what the AFC is. It's only like one team that's kind of putting up points with, that's Buffalo. That's the team that beat them. The only one.
They ain't got no defense.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't, like you said, they don't have no defense, but they can run the ball and control the clock.
NFC wins Super Bowl.
You know what I mean? Now, the NFC is in a better position to win it, but will they cannibalize themselves with infighting to where whoever makes it to the top ain't got but 1 leg, 3 eyes, and 4 ears, and they can't win. That's the only thing, because y'all can beat y'all. The NFC is looking like the AFC, the SEC, to where you can cannibalize yourself, beat yourself up so bad with division games to get to the top. To what all AFC teams are doing is manufacturing wins. There's nobody blowing nobody the fuck out over there. All those games are good in like 21 to 17 games. The blowouts where you put 40 and 50 points up been in the NFC. I can't even tell you the last. I know Joe Burrow number put up a couple points. But, you know what I'm saying, majority of the NFC teams, the AFC teams are down with scoring. The more high scoring teams are NFC teams. So that's saying me the NFC defenses are good? I mean, terrible, or the offenses are great? Y'all putting up a lot of points over there. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I'm saying.
The better defenses are in the NFC.
But y'all are letting them allowing the most points to each other. So are we infighting, or the defense are suspect, or do you kind of play down?
We ain't what?
You know what I'm saying? But you're putting, so if you put a lot of points up on each other, so if the game is, if I go and watch the game, it's 48-42 or 38-35, were those defenses good or were those offenses just better?
That ain't going on around my count.
So you don't believe nobody put up no points on you like that? You don't think nobody can put no points up on you like that? Nah. So what most points you think I gave up this year?
I know what it is. The first game against Green Bay.
How many games I lost?
2.
Okay. That was the person. Who else y'all lost to? I know these y'all lost.
We didn't lose to Green Bay.
Because y'all lost to.
That was a high-scoring game over in Brazil, but we lost to Atlanta by 2-3 points on a bonehead decision, and we got blowed out, in my opinion, by Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's what I thought, though. I said Tampa
But
Bay.
it wasn't like that. I think they beat us by like 21.
Yeah, I think
You know what I'm saying? But that's because we had like 4 of our starters out offensively.
Y'all been beat up. A lot of teams have been taking. This been an injury play year. Cause I know that from my fantasy. A lot of people been out, like, because you know, like a lot of big receivers went out. You got a lot of, you only thing you don't have a lot of is quarterbacks going out. You know what I mean? But kind of a lot of impact. You know what I'm saying? Skill players are affecting offenses. Now you had one quarterback, which is the normal tuna fish, Tua, or go out. You know what I'm saying? But relatively, quarterbacks been nick free. But you had a lot of skill players that go down and which affect offenses and schemes. That's what hurt Pittsburgh. That's what's hurt Houston. You know what I mean? That's definitely what hurt San Francisco. That's why they look like shit. You know what I mean? So the injury bug was real deep, but still got some teams that still persevere, just like Detroit. Even though they just got exposed in so many ways from Buffalo, but Buffalo can score points. That's why I say Josh Allen is the MVP.
Well, I mean, I can't argue with that because at the end of the day, he's carrying them. You know what I'm saying?
I also
he's
want to
carrying Buffalo.
A big, and you know what? Let me do a 1A, 1B. Because I feel like he's kind of carrying them too, because Derrick Henry ain't having with Lamar. Because I don't think he's getting a lot from, you know what I'm saying?
But that's more or less play calling.
I agree. Or play scheme.
Play scheme, yeah.
Play scheme.
Yeah,
I think it's play scheme. You know what I mean?
And that might get better in time. This is the first year that they play
together, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think it will get better in time.
Like us. I mean, we got to gel. I mean, Kellen Moore got to get adjusted to being able to feed everybody.
Yeah, because he ain't really had a whole bunch of games with everybody there.
And he hadn't had a team with this much talent. I mean, Dallas had a lot of talent, but I still don't think they had as much as what we have now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a lot. We got 2 tight ends.
The only thing I think Dallas
receivers.
had over you, which I was going to say, was I don't like your third receiver option.
Understood.
Because unless you start getting Dotson involved.
I understand.
That's the only thing I think.
My third receiver is my tight end.
Right, but it needs to be a third
Dallas
receiver.
got it.
But I think with your scheme, when you guys were winning, you had a third receiver that kind of takes some of that attention away.
Yeah.
Because that third receiver to pull that safety out, at least get that line.
But with Saquon, in my opinion, I think we're better with the 2 tight end sets due to the fact that you can run the ball and you still got 2 big, good pass catchers in Goddard and Stoll. So,
right.
You know
I definitely believe that. But I think in the beginning, because of course, with the numbers knowing, okay, Saquon, like 80%, 90% of his yards have been in the second half. So that's saying to me that you do a lot of passing and kind of Jalen kind of walks you through the first half and he brings you home. But I just think with that third receiver,
Saquon finishes off.
He finish it off. But if you can get and keep it in front of the chains, because I think you and like Buffalo, y'all the same to me. Because if it's 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, it's tush push or, you know what I'm saying, whatever to get through.
Josh
it's
Allen
tush push with y'all or Josh Allen falling for 2 yards.
Yeah.
So you have to keep teams like y'all at 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8, 3rd and you know what I mean? You can't say 3rd and 10, but you want to say between 3rd and 6 and higher, so you can kind of take that easy first down away and kind of force you in some instances to choose to pass or run.
If everybody stay healthy, I'm finna get my second ring.
It's possible. It's possible. You know.
And the reason why I'm the most excited
I ain't gonna say
about
get healthy. I'm gonna say stay healthy.
That's what I'm saying. Stay healthy.
I'm gonna say get healthy at the right time.
Well, I'm healthy.
You know
I just don't want to get banged up or hurt towards the end. I feel that long as I stay healthy, we can't help but to gel and get better. Do y'all have to
play everybody all the way through? Do y'all don't have a stopping point? You don't have a game like, okay, once we get to this game, if we win this, we kind of consider everybody?
No. You know why?
Because y'all that lost to
No, because we're trying to win. We're trying to get that number 1 spot. Because we can. It's in our reach. You feel what I'm saying?
So y'all tied? Are y'all tied right now? Because they took that.
We have it's a 3-way tie.
Between who? You, y'all, them, and who else?
Minnesota, us.
Oh, Minnesota is 10-2.
12 and 2.
12 and 2. 12.
Yeah, 12 and 2. So it's like, and they play them at the end of the season. So if both of them keep winning, like they gonna fight it out for the division title. And if we win out and just say, for instance, Minnesota beats Detroit, right? Or let's just say Minnesota and that's another hard team Detroit got to play. I think they got to go to San Francisco.
Man, San Francisco ain't no damn hard team to play right now. We not even doing
San
that
Francisco
shit.
defense is still good,
No,
bro.
we ain't doing that. No, we ain't. No,
well,
sir.
I feel you. But they still got another hard team that they got to play other than Minnesota.
Let's see.
But I'm just hoping that they get
you know
one.
what? It is.
I know it is. I can't think of who it is.
So it got Chicago this week coming up.
Chicago played them tough.
Then you are correct to say they do have San Francisco.
Yeah.
And they have the Vikings.
And they got to go to San Francisco.
So
that
they
ain't
have,
no
see, the
easy
thing about
win.
them is they got to play. That means they have to play all the way through.
Right, in order to get that number one.
Right, so they're going to have to play all the way through. So that's going to hurt them because they ain't going to rest nobody. And they're the most hurt team in the league.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what's going to hurt them, but they're going to have to do it because they're going to have to go through Detroit. Because, can you, I'm going to just ask you this. Can you see Minnesota in the NFC Championship right now, though?
I done played them before.
I'm talking about like with that team that's constructed with
when
Sam
I went to the
Darnold.
When I went to the Super Bowl and won, I beat Minnesota to go to the Super Bowl.
That was Kirk Cousins.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. So I can see that
Because Diggs was on that team.
Minnesota is a really...
That was the Minnesota Miracle. That was they did with the thing with the Saints and shit. Yeah.
Minnesota got a top 5 defense and they offense
They're just so sleepy though, bro. Because if you right now, and I don't really watch because that was my last pick on my pride pick last night. I just jumped something, but that's the only reason I saw the end of the game. They said it was 12-2. I was like, damn.
They're not sleepy, you know.
They sleeping for me because I ain't paying them no attention.
You know why you ain't paying them no
attention? Because I'm too busy looking at the damn Eagles and the goddamn Lions. I'm not looking at the Vikings right now. Everybody else is.
And
too.
get what?
They just over here like, oh.
Get what, D? Wasn't nobody looking.
You're the Vikings.
Wasn't nobody looking at the Eagles at first. Everybody was saying that Detroit was the juggernaut.
Because of how they started.
Because of how they started.
Because y'all just haven't been consistent. Y'all just been so ugly with wins. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
and you got the one blowout.
But that's I think the most disrespectful thing when it comes to football now.
Is Tampa Bay still in this probably?
Yeah. You got to win, brother. That's the name of the game.
And you know they scary, right?
And people want to win
scary for both
pretty.
of y'all. You know why they scary for both of y'all?
They beat both of them.
They didn't beat both of y'all.
But
I think they're the only ones in the NFL this year that have.
But the thing about it did though, bro, they beat me when I didn't have Devontae, I didn't have AJ, I didn't have Lane Johnson. You understand what I'm saying? I had Dallas Goedert, Dotson, Saquon, and Jalen. That was it. That's half my offense. Play me now. You feel what I'm saying? Play me now.
I think y'all have gotten a little bit more integrity in
different.
reference to this and getting a strong understanding of the scheme and what direction that you're taking the offense.
I'm excited about the defense more so than anything. Yeah. Offensively,
you're excited about Jalen Carter because that's the Chris Johnson of your defense that allows everybody else to be them. Well, can you see what I'm saying?
Well,
not saying that everybody's not good.
But my secondary is on point
but
too.
I got a big ups to Cooper, Dijon, whatever they I'm gonna call him
Vanilla Ice.
We call him Vanilla Ice
because he's so cold.
Grey Poupon, because that motherfucker is Dijon mustard. Boy, do you hear
him and Guantanamo Bay?
I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. Been making some big plays, bro. I watched
C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Thank you for coming back home.
So yeah, he been making some good plays, man. I think that
Reed Blanket
gave you a bit of flexibility for defensive backs to help you in the run game.
Well, it's not even just.
He actually can run.
It ain't just Jalen Carter on the D line. Nolan Smith has come alive now.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? He's helping Sweat out on the outside now.
Because he's forced.
Then I got a two-headed monster with Big 93 Williams, you know what I'm saying, and Jordan Davis. They interchange. Of course, Jordan Davis started, but you know what I'm saying?
But
then
the other dude is a little bit more quicker. He moves with more. He's a power rusher and he's a speed rusher in your 1 and 3 tick. You know what I'm saying? 0 tick and stuff like that.
Right. So it's all
kind of interchanges with the personnel that it depends on what the
fly
down
fly.
Distance. So you're in a good position because you're getting healthy at the right time, and along with other teams who's losing players as the season goes. So it's definitely gonna be interesting.
We win this weekend. We win this weekend, we'll win the division. We finna storm the Capitol.
Washington.
January the 6th, all over again. Deja vu, nigga.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay. So
Finna storm the Capitol, baby.
So y'all gotta have this one.
Got to have
I
that.
heard somebody trying to say the Cowboys can still get in the playoffs.
No.
Is that possible?
Mathematically, yes.
Oh, okay.
But they have to win out, and they need somebody to lose. They're not going to win out because they're not going to beat us.
First of all, like I said,
and they're going to lose this weekend.
They're not winning out.
All right.
They ain't winning out.
All right.
I think they got their last win.
They got Tampa Bay this weekend.
They got their last win in Carolina.
Yeah. They beat up on the Craigwood Colts.
Yeah. That's it. In the Yellow Jacket.
All right.
That's what they just play.
Ain't no more ends.
Ain't no more ends. Ain't no more Central Park.
Well, C-Murda, you got any more hitters before we wrap it up?
Yeah. I actually wrote it down this time.
Okay, all good.
All right, so I thought about this on the ride here. What is one sports conspiracy you believe might be true?
Now with me, like, is it like a specific instance or just something period?
Just period.
Now, I believe that the scores of games are affected and are manipulated by the people that be. Because, for years, the NFL and all the other football entities down-talked gambling and sports gambling. And now they're de facto in and make millions and billions of dollars in which they go to them from sports gambling being licensed through these betting entities.
Yeah.
So I definitely believe now, allegedly or however, that they are controlled by a certain type of phone calls because, hell, who the hell in them refs ill anyway, bro? Who the hell y'all talking to? Each other?
Yeah,
y'all right there.
And it's obvious going on what he just said. It's obvious because if you look at umpires in
the trajectories of these field goals and how they kind of.
You look at football referees. You look at basketball referees. The way the game is being called, then it ends up being pretty much what Vegas say it is.
Yeah. Unless
they want to lose, they want to give back, you know what I'm saying? At least one or two games for the weekend. But I mean, I love sports, but it's all about the money.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, the first championship that Kobe and Shaq won together, when they won the Western Conference Finals, if you pay attention and remember, they were down by like 30 points at halftime to Portland.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen. One of the referees came out, McAfee, he came out and said, like, yo.
It's been a lot of documentaries. Like the whole, the old dude, he did a whole documentary on it, bro.
They gave me a briefcase full of money, you understand me? Like, hey.
Yeah, he said, like, they told him, these calls, don't call that on him. Don't call this on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, let that ride. And you go back and see some of the stuff they
don't
wouldn't call.
I mean, when you say don't call, like, specific, like.
Things that you do during this game that gives you an advantage in which that actually is a foul. And if I called it on you, it will stop your momentum and your ability to gain advantage to score. If I call this, it stops that.
Do you remember when the Lakers played the Philadelphia 76ers in the NBA Finals?
Was it Allen Iverson on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Shaq and Mutombo was the matchup in the paint, and Mutombo was the leading shot blocker in the NBA. He had broke the record that year, you know what I'm saying, with Philadelphia, because that's what they were known for, their defense.
Yeah.
Shaq way of evening out to give him room. He abused Mutombo by giving him elbows to the face. You know what I'm saying? Like offensive fouls that would normally had the average center fouled out. You know what I'm saying? But if you go back and look at that series, it wasn't nothing you could do because they were getting away with a lot of stuff defensively to slow down the 76ers. You know what I'm saying? Like McDonough or whatever his name was, he came out and pretty much said, yeah, I got paid. Because it was obvious how Portland was getting in foul trouble, couldn't,
Bruh,
you know what I'm saying? Like
it's
getting
so
all
much
the
of it,
calls
dog.
on them, and the Lakers just coming back.
Right,
Yeah.
it's so many conspiracies and rest of that. Like it was the dude who played Bubba Smith. He was on a interview saying that it was one Super Bowl that they played. That he's like, man, the quarterback. They was like, man, how you get it through? You don't tell nobody, bro. You don't need but one person to be in on it. That's the quarterback. Defense can do whatever they want to.
Well, you know what they say.
But
If you
if they ain't
cheating, you
scoring,
winning.
if your defense can be good, but if we're not scoring, we're not winning.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't winning.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Notice where every conspiracy came up, who was in on it. The Flakegate, who had something to do with it? Quarterback,
Spygate.
quarterback. Everything kind of allegedly revolves around that player. Why? Because on offense,
Well,
every
Spygate was
snap,
the defense.
right? Every snap, the quarterback touches the ball.
Spygate.
Ain't nobody in defense
Yeah.
touching shit. Nobody dictates nothing on defense other than what your position is supposed to do.
Right.
But that quarterback dictates everything that offense does, from effective running plays to effective passing plays. Because they have to make effective and good handoffs and accurate passes. So if they're not doing either one of those, you're not doing nothing.
Right.
So I do believe that, yeah, you don't have to have that one player in it, maybe that one person. But in basketball, it's pure referee driven. Foul calls, you know what I mean? Calling tight fouls, getting people in early. Who somebody else said something about that? Man, they said that I'm gonna have to look it up. Where they said that they knew it was gonna be a Laker game. Somebody said, man, we knew it was gonna be a game 7 because of how they started calling it. Cause they'll tell you if you up 3-1, you don't win because you're gonna get fouls like it's 0-0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why they say those closeout games are the hardest to close. Because the refs can control the game. All right, if I feel like George's gonna ball, boom, I call 3 fouls on him quick on the first
Slow him
first
down.
quarter. That slow him down instantly.
Ain't gonna be on the bench.
He's gonna be on the bench. He on the bench at halftime right there.
Yeah.
Gonna make the
Right there.
game. Yeah.
That changed the instant trajectory of what you got going on.
For
Get
sure.
you can get 2 quick foul calls. Let's say for instance the game tip. Within a minute and a half, you got 2 fouls. Boy, you ain't touching the floor to the second quarter.
And some of it gets in the head of the players. Like I know this jumping, but it's the same situation, different sport. But first thing came to my mind was the Alabama-Tennessee game in the third quarter. They kept throwing the ball in the red zone to Ryan Williams. But
They threw him the ball so many
But
times.
the Tennessee defenders were being real physical with him to the point where he knew maybe 1 or 2 of them might have been pass interference calls, but he was doing more crying than actually being physical and going for the ball. He was looking for the call instead of playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
But
you have
that
to
got
play
into the
to get the call.
receivers, man.
You know, but
We diva receivers and kind
yeah,
of.
you know.
Oh, bro, I just got jumping for real. Remember I told you they had the Duncanville was supposed to be that team, right?
Yeah.
But they got beat in the state championship against North Crowley. 20.
I thought they won it all.
No, they didn't. 28-26. North Crowley beat them in the championship. And the receiver who beat them signed to Coach Prime down there and got doggone Colorado.
Well, y'all, next time we have our next session, we'll be done had a couple of these playoff games to be played. I think we got about 2 of them this weekend.
No.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. The playoffs don't start until
D.
the 20th. You're right. Friday.
Stop
Friday.
trying to argue so
Right.
damn much.
I'm
Shit, man.
I know I'm thinking about something else. It wasn't about me trying to argue with you. I'm just thinking about the second round because for some reason my mind wrapped around that.
We got
30,
the first round this weekend.
30th and the 31st.
I think we got 1 Friday and like 2 Saturday.
No, it's 4 games, so I think it's their
3 Saturday and 1 Friday. Yeah.
So it's
it's finna start because the bowl games then already started. Period.
And I know after this one, we'll have a birthday. Have a birthday, mama. Mama birthday Friday. So yeah, happy birthday, mama.
Yeah, happy birthday.
So they will start it. So we will start having some good shape out. So we're gonna definitely have something to talk about coming next year, my baby.
That's right.
So let's see how this thing work out. So let's see where we go.
All right, Birmingham.
Hey, Birmingham.
Till next time.
Till next time.
Peace.
Y'all do it.